In this video, we are going to solve the problem of container with most water. The given problem statement is, you are given an integer array height of length n. There are n vertical lines. They are drawn such that the two endpoints of the ith line are I, 0 and I, height of I. Find two lines that together with the x-axis form a container such that the container contains the most water, and return the maximum amount of water a container can store. One constraint is, you may not slant the container. That means you cannot return an answer considering I equal to 1 and I equal to 5. In which case I equal to 5 is this vertical line. You cannot return, or you cannot slant the container, you cannot return this answer. The container must be straight, and then you are supposed to return the maximum area or the maximum water that can be contained given in between two vertical lines. So this is the problem statement. Let us try to solve. The given constraints are, you may not slant the container. The questions you must ask before solving this question is, how are we going to calculate the distance? This is the first question. Second one, which pointer to move and based on what condition? We are going to use the approach of two pointers. The left pointer will start from 0 and the right pointer will start from the end of the array. So we have to determine which pointer will move and based on what condition. And at last, how are we going to calculate the area? Is there any formula? So these are the questions you must ask yourself. If you get answers to these questions, very good. If not, I'll help you answer those. First of all, let us try to understand, how are we going to calculate the distance? How are we going to calculate? How are we going to calculate the distance? If you see, the left pointer will start from 0 and the right pointer will start from the end of the array. And this distance is nothing but right minus left. Right minus left. This distance is nothing but right minus left. Hence, distance can be computed using right minus left. So here we have answered our first question. And then secondly, which pointer will move and based on what condition? Prior to answering that question, let us try to deduct the area formula. In this case, the area can be given by minimum of left height comma right height then multiply that with distance. This is how the area will be given. In this case, here the output is 49. How is this calculated? If you consider the left height is 8, right? Here it is. Left height is 8 and right height is 7. So minimum of 8, 7 is 7, and this is multiplied with distance, and we know distance is equal to right minus left. So right is at 8 and left is at 1, right? So 8 minus 1 is 7. The answer is 49. Hence we can conclude that our area formula is correct. Let's try to answer the second question, which pointer will move? The answer to this question is, whichever pointer has the minimum height, that pointer will move. The pointer with a minimum height, that pointer will be moved. The approach that we are going to follow to code this solution and get our max area answer is, we are going to use two pointers. As we said, left will start from 0 and right will start from the end of the array. After that, our termination condition will be, whenever left and right where left and right are pointers. Whenever left crosses right, that time our loop will terminate. And we are going to increment or decrement pointer based on its height. That is, whichever pointer has the minimum height, that pointer will be moved. If it is the left pointer will be incremented. If it is the right pointer will be decremented. Left pointer will be incremented and right pointer will be decremented. Then we have defined the formula for calculating area, and this is how we calculate distance. Given all this theoretical knowledge, now let us go ahead and implement our maxArea function, which accepts an array of integers named as height. As we said, we are going to follow the two-pointer approach. So first, let us define our two pointers. Left will start from 0 and right will start from height dot length minus 1. After that, let us define a variable known as maxArea. We will initialize that to 0. We have said our terminating condition is whenever left crosses the right pointer, that will be our terminating condition. So, while left is less than right, this becomes our terminating condition. Here, we are going to calculate maxArea. So, maxArea will be equal to math dot max of say maxArea comma. What is the formula for calculating area? It is the minimum of left height, which is nothing but represented by height of left pointer and height of right pointer multiplied that with the distance, and distance is nothing but our right pointer minus the left pointer. Okay. maxArea is, we are going to get, this is our area formula, minimum of left height comma right height multiplied by distance. Now since both the pointers, left pointer will move inward and right pointer will move inward, and left pointer will be incremented and right pointer will be decremented. Hence, for each left and right value, area is going to differ. Area is going to differ. However, we have to return the maximum area. Hence, we are using math not max. First, we calculate the first area, then the second. As the left and right pointer move, we calculate the area at those points, and then we return the maximum of the previously calculated maxArea with the newly calculated area. So this, as far as this is concerned, we are good. Now, we want to move either the left pointer or the right pointer. Move the left pointer or the right pointer. Now, this will be moved based on whichever height is less. Let us do that. If height of left is less than height of right, then we move the left pointer. Else, we decrement the right pointer and we move it inwards. This is done. So we are incrementing or decrementing pointer based on its height. Good. We are calculating area, and at last we return maxArea. Now let us call this function maxArea const result equal to maxArea, and we are going to pass in this array 1, 8, 6, 2, 5, 4, again 8, 3, 7, and console.log maxArea is, I'm going to log the result. Let me save this file, open the terminal. So problem is node 11, here it is. we are getting the max area to be 49. Let us try to pass a different array. Here we are given a height of 1, 1. The output must be 1. Let us try to run that. So, passing an array of height containing 1, 1, the answer must be 1. Here it is, the answer is 1. As we have successfully solved this problem, let us try to answer what will be the time complexity and space complexity. What will be the time complexity and space complexity? In case of time complexity, since both the pointers will be moving at max n minus 1 positions, if we combine the movement of both the pointers, so they are going to move n minus 1 positions. That becomes approximately equal to big O of n times. So this is our time complexity, and in case of space complexity, it is going to be big O of 1 because the variables left, right and max area, they do not depend on the input size. Whatever may be the input size, the space occupied by these variables will always be constant. So our time complexity is big O of n, and space complexity is big O of 1. I hope you would have learned something valuable. If yes, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.